to you in part by Caldwell Banker Piazza Realty, Vern Sims Ford Ranch, Sims Honda, TCI Cablevision, Skagit State Bank, Esri Roofing, Bus Junquist Furniture, Boyd's Radiator Service, Big Scoop Sunday Palace Restaurant, The Athlete's Foot, and Anderson TV and Appliance. Northwest AA High School basketball on your sports leader, 1430 KBRC.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mount Vernon High School. A near-capacity crowd on hand tonight as the undefeated, top-ranked Bulldogs take on the Bellingham Red Raiders. In the first round of the Northwest League season, the Red Raiders literally took the air out of the basketball, slowing the tempo to nearly a walk, gave the Bulldogs their closest game of the 1991-92 season, Mount Vernon escaping with a 43-34 win. Well, now, 9 league games later, it looks like it might be an entirely different story. The Bulldogs are healthy. They've won 18 straight and are licking their chops as they take on the Red Raiders tonight. Look for full-court Bulldog pressure from opening tip-off to final buzzer. When we pause after this timeout, we'll come back for an interview with Dave Dixon, the Bellingham Raider head coach, and our Guy Obanell will talk with him. But first, let's pause for this timeout.
Many athletes accept the myth.
When the team shoots the ball as well as they did, and we shot the ball very poorly, I thought that that our execution was not all that bad, but we were on the road and we just didn't shoot the ball that well, and when that occurs, and you're playing against a team that played as well as Stanwood, you're going to get beat, and you know that's what happened, guys.
What areas do you feel you need to attack for the Melbourne Bulldogs?
So I think that we have to try to take advantage of some of our strengths, and you know, that's part of that is our balance, and I think that we want to try to push the ball up the floor a little bit. However, that's going to be one of Mount Vernon's strengths too, and so you know, it's difficult to prepare for a team like this and exploit things that they're weak at. I think that we're going to try to come in and do some of the things that we have worked on doing and do them as well as we can and see where the chips fall tonight. You know, that's how we're kind of looking at it.
How important do you feel it is to hold the Bulldogs within 50 points or under 50 points?
Well, I think yeah, that goes without speaking. I think you're gonna try to look for opportunities to score, but on the other hand, I think that you have to exhibit some patience and be very selective with your shots. And you know, I think that definitely could be to our advantage. Last time that we played them, I thought we did a good job of taking the air out of the ball. And I thought that Mount Vernon did a really nice job of keeping their poise, even though they were not able to control the tempo of the game. We were not able to rattle them to the extent that they lost their poise, and I thought that was, you know, that was the reason that they beat us that game.
Thanks, Dave. Once again, that was Dave Dixon, head coach for the Bellingham Red Raiders. Tonight, the Bellingham Red Raiders will try to hand the Melbourne Bulldogs their first loss of the season. Now let's pause for this 2-minute timeout.
Do it now.
First off, Matt, considering the fact that a lot of your players were under the weather the last time you played the Bellingham Red Raiders, what do you feel you need to do to keep the tempo in your control?
Well, if they come out and play the same sort of style that they played last time, I think we'll be ready for it. I think we had faced it a couple of times before we played Bellingham, but I thought Bellingham did an excellent job of it. They did a good job of getting the tempo their way and the style of play their way, and they're very successful at it. I think we'll, you know, obviously try to press them as much as we can and throw some zone and some man-to-man looks at them and try to get them playing up and down the court instead of back and forth across it.
What players or player do you feel you need to pay close attention to?
Bellingham's got some real quality players. Traber and Paulson are their two biggest scorers, and I thought Traber played very well against us last game. Kangas is a good, tough inside guy, and Lambert inside has played well for him, too. They've got some quality players, and Traber and Paulson are probably the kids that have been scoring the most, but they've got some kids that know what to do and how to play, and we've got to be ready for, all of them.
Already the Bulldogs have the #1 seed. What are some of the better teams coming out of the Western Conference?
Well, we're excited about that #1 seed. We really want that. You want another home game if you can get it, and you want to start off the district playoffs at your home court. It's a real nice advantage. We think that Monroe and Shorecrest are both quality teams. They're first and second in the Westco League right now. I believe Shorecrest on top and Monroe second. They're quality teams. They've got some big kids. Monroe's got a couple of good-sized kids, both about 6'8", 6'7", and Shorecrest has got a real bruiser of a kid that plays real tough inside. They have some quality basketball players. And then the other spot, it could be Lake Stevens, it could be Meadowdale, it could be Bainbridge, it could be Mount Lake Terrace. I mean, they're really in a close race there for that last third and fourth spot. So I think it's going to be a real quality district tournament, and I think there's some real good teams in our league, too, that definitely have a chance to go a long ways.
Thanks, Mac.
You're welcome, guy.
Now let's pause for this 2-minute timeout.
It's Anderson TV and Appliances Whirlpool 80th Birthday Bash with Birthday Bash Cash and no payments till April 1992. Buy a selected quality Whirlpool heavy-duty washer and get $25 Birthday Bash Cash. Choose a matching dryer and get an additional $24 cash back. Or buy a quality Whirlpool family-size refrigerator and get up to $75 Birthday Bash Cash. Don't pay a thing till April. Only at Anderson TV and Appliance and only during the Whirlpool 80th Birthday Bash. See Anderson's today in downtown Mount Vernon.
New Hondas, select used vehicles, award-winning service, free service loaners. At Sims Honda, you'll find everything you need to make your car shopping hassle-free. Sims Honda delivers not only the finest products at excellent prices, but the finest service offered anywhere. Lance Sims.
The men who've been sent to clean up the garbage. Don't miss the movie that had everyone talking. Don't miss New Jack City, starring Ice-T and Mario Van Peebles. Coming this month to Cinemax.
Welcome back to Mount Vernon High School. Mike Lane, Alan Williams, and Guy Ovanell with you tonight, friends, as the Bulldogs seniors are now getting ready to present flowers to their mothers, and very appropriate indeed here on Valentine's Day. And it'll be a bit of an extensive pregame ceremony, giving Alan and I an opportunity to visit a bit and talk about the importance of this game for both teams, and also look ahead to district tournament play, which begins here in about 10 days. And Alan, this looks tonight like it's going to be a battle of tempos. Mount Vernon, which favors the up-tempo style to run and get up and down the floor against Bellingham, a team that has played Mount Vernon toughest so far this year.
Yeah, Bellingham has a good ball club. I remember talking to the Mount Vernon coaches after their win up in Bellingham a few weeks ago, and they felt at that point in time that Bellingham was probably the second best team in the league, the way that they were playing. With the loss to Stanwood, who knows? Sometimes that shakes a team's confidence. It's really hard to tell. I think Bellingham is going to try and change the pace of the game. I think they're probably going to try and slow it down at times. And like their coach said, if they get the opportunity, they're going to get it out and run, try and maybe keep Mount Vernon off balance. That's hard to do, though, because Mount Vernon plays really well. It seems they play up past their competition. They play to their level most of the time.
And also, I think last year during the state tournament, Mount Vernon, like the first two games in postseason, teams tried to slow the ball down and make it a very deliberate tempo, and they learned and won in those games, and they've had to deal with that 2 or 3 times this year. So the slow down tempo as well as the racehorse tempo, they seem to adapt very well to both those.
Yeah, they do. And plus, I think another thing that's important to remember is that at the point when Mount Vernon was playing Bellingham previously in the season, their guards weren't shooting all that well from the outside, and now they're shooting very well from the outside. That can be a real key factor in a game like this. If somebody is hitting those three-point shots and hitting those outside shots, that will have a tendency to pick up the tempo of the game. So if Mount Vernon's guards continue their good shooting from the outside, Bellingham may have a lot of trouble slowing it down.
And I think the other thing, as you referred to, the Mount Vernon coaches thought that the Red Raiders were the second best team in the league. Well, that's been proven out so far, as with 2 regular season games remaining, the Bellingham Red Raiders share second place with Cedar Woolley. And let's look at that battle for second place. It's very important because the number 2 team in the Northwest League will host a first-round district tournament game. And right now, while the Red Raiders are here in the Bulldogs' den trying to knock off Mount Vernon and end a 22-game Mount Vernon winning streak, the Cedar Woolley Cubs are up north at Ferndale taking on the winless Golden Eagles. Certainly advantage Cedar Woolley. You would think that the Cubs may be a game ahead of Bellingham after tonight's action. And on next Tuesday, the last night of regular season play, the Cubs are home against Seaholm. And, of course, that's just a bit of a preview, since our threesome will be over at Cedar Woolley and bringing you that Seaholm and Cedar Woolley game next Tuesday. And Bellingham takes on Ferndale. If those 2 teams end up tied, and they're tied right now at 10-4, a coin toss will determine who's the number 2 seed and stays at home, and who's the number 3 and goes south to play on the road in that opening round game. And that first round game is really important.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't matter what sport you're in. That first game of postseason play is kind of a key. It kind of sets up your momentum, your tempo, your whatever you want to call it. And teams that get off well in that first game have a tendency to continue playing well. Teams that struggle in that first game have a tendency to struggle throughout the tournament. So both teams want to have that home court advantage because that really works well for you in the district tournament. You're more relaxed, you're more at ease. Your chances of getting off to a better start in the district tournament are a lot greater if you play at home.
And let's look at the rest of the Northwest League schedule tonight. As I mentioned, the Cedar Woolley Cubs are up north taking on the winless Ferndale Golden Eagles. The Seaholm Mariners, they're down in Snohomish County taking on the Arlington Eagles. And the Bellingham Red Raiders, who lost to Stanwood Tuesday night, the Spartans are at home again taking on the Anacortes Seahawks. And that should be an excellent basketball game. Neither team very tall. Both teams really tough when they shoot the ball well. So that ought to be a good one. And the Burlington Edison Tigers stepping out of league play tonight as they go down to Linwood to take on the Meadowdale Chiefs. And that game has some interesting ramifications because the Tigers, who have clinched the 5th place spot in the Northwest League and also will advance in postseason at least for one ball game for sure. And that'll be next Friday night against the 4th place finisher from the Western Conference. Well, they might meet the Meadowdale Chiefs in district tournament play. The Chiefs already own an upset win over the Cedar Woolley Cubs earlier this year, so the Chiefs pretty tough. So we're getting close to that district tournament time, and if you can get an early look before you actually play them, that's got to be an advantage.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's an advantage to actually play the team, because if you go down there and beat them, then have to face them in district, sometimes it works as a disadvantage. I mean, maybe you have a little more confidence, but then they also get an advantage in that they're a little bit up for you. They have had a chance to see what you do best, and they can work on stopping your keys. Either way, I think it's tough to play a team like that just prior to going into district against them.
So the Mount Vernon Bulldogs home for their last regular season game. Of course, they're assured of one more game here at Mount Vernon High School as they will play the team from the Western Conference here on February the 25th. And, of course, your sports leaders, 1430 KBRC, will be on hand to bring you that contest. Tonight, the Red Raiders and the Bulldogs will pause now for our final 2-minute pregame timeout. When we return, we'll look at tonight's starting lineups and the opening tip-off. But first, let's pause for this.
Here's a great... It's a new year, and the Vern Sims Ford Ranch in Cedar Woolley is still offering spectacular savings and top-of-the-line customer service. Rebates are still being offered on almost all new cars and trucks in stock. We're looking to purchase that new or used car. You want a dealership that prides itself in customer service and provides low prices. That dealership is the Vern Sims Ford Ranch, the only Ford dealership in the Northwest to receive Ford's Distinguished Achievement Award for customer service and satisfaction 33 times. The home of country courtesy, the Vern Sims Ford Ranch in Lolo, overhead Cedar Woolley.
Welcome back to Mount Vernon High School, and let's listen to the announcement of the Bulldogs starting lineup. with the Bulldogs starting quintet as Mount Vernon coach Mac Frazier changes up his lineup a bit. And now let's listen in as the Mount Vernon High School band plays our national anthem. And a very nice rendition of our national anthem by the Mount Vernon High School band. We're ready for basketball. The Mount Vernon Bulldogs, 14-0, 18-0 overall, take on the Bellingham Raiders. The Red Raiders, coached by Mr. Dave Dixon in his first year, are 10-4 in league play, 13-5 overall, and have played Mount Vernon the closest all season. The Red Raiders dressed in their road red uniforms with white trim. The Bulldogs in their home white with green trim and green numerals. Our referee tonight, Mr. Mike Zender. Our umpire, Mr. Dick Fryer. The starting lineup for the Red Raiders: Jarrett Treberg, Marcus Walker at guards, Jules Lambert at center, jumping against Mark Hendrickson. And the Bulldogs have the opening tap. Torrey Swanson is a starter tonight, goes on the right side to Ryan Keys, man-to-man Red Raider defense. Hendrickson posted up, Cornelius three-pointer, bingo! Bill Cornelius drills the three-pointer, and the Bulldogs draw first blood. They're up 3-0. Marcus Walker nearly double dribbles, gets it across the midcourt stripe for Bellingham. Three-pointer right side for Bellingham, right back at him. Making the shot, James Paulson knocked in the three. We're deadlocked at three, less than 30 seconds into the ball game. Swanson left side to Cornelius. High post to Keys, head and shoulder fake. He dribbles down the lane, stripped away by Kangas. Kangas up to one of the Bellingham guards, back to Paulson, hesitates, running one-hander on the way, rolls off no good. Hendrickson with a rebound, nearly has it stripped away. Swanson up across the midcourt line, dribble drive, hesitation dribble around the three-point arc, go to Ryan Keys, down low to Troy Holmes against a double team. Beautiful block by the Bellingham center, Jules Lambert. And Lambert swats the ball off Holmes, out of bounds. Bellingham basketball. Lambert has the ball deflected right back in his face and nearly went off his shoulder. It would have been Bulldog ball. Cornelius right in Lambert's face. They get it into Walker. Full court Mount Vernon pressure. Remember, in the first round meeting between the two schools, Bellingham really slowed the tempo down. Quick start so far. Man-to-man defense both sides. Walker has the ball right side beyond the three-point arc. Lofts a three-pointer off the back bracket, no good. Holmes a rebound, outlet pass to Swanson. Swanson looks up the floor, goes to Cornelius, swoops along the baseline, collision, down go Cornelius, no foul. Walker into front court. Walker glides on the left side, pulls up, goes to Paulson left corner. Paulson, a high arcing jump shot, no good. Lambert saves the rebound in to Paulson at the head of the key. Red Raiders out hustling Mount Vernon in the early going. Lambert has it, goes to Walker between the circles. And now Bellingham will set the offense. Paulson left side, lob down low to Kangas, moving against Hendrickson. Lambert, 15-footer, bounces, doesn't go. Hendrickson with a rebound. Long up court pass to Cornelius. Cross court to Keys. Head and shoulder fake, no place to go. Torrey Swanson has it, goes to Ryan Keys left corner. Holmes free throw line extended, moving against Paulson, nearly travels, goes to Swanson, three-pointer right side, misses badly. The rebound to Paulson, nearly stripped away by Holmes. Up court pass to Treberg. Treberg stopped by Keys, pulls up right corner. Looking for help, long cross-court pass to Walker. Sights up for the three, goes instead to the free throw line extended to Lambert. Bellingham taking their time. 5.5 minutes to go. We're deadlocked at 3. A whistle. And let's see what was called.
I think they got a foul on one of the Bellingham inside players with a push.
Fouls on James Paulson. Paulson called for a push-off foul away from the action. Mount Vernon basketball, 5:32 to go. After 2 quick three-pointers, one by each team, the pace is slowed to a walk as Walker steals it from Swanson, rolling the ball down the floor, now retrieves, drives, and lays it in. Marcus Walker picked Swanson's pocket and drove it in for the hoop. 5-3. Swanson laboring a little bit under good defensive pressure by Walker. Holmes has it, goes to the right side to Keys. Keys takes it all the way to the hole, reverse layup, he's got it. Ryan Keys, a nifty move, knifed into the key and went with a nice reverse layup to tie it at 5. 5-5, 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Treberg being guarded by Keys. They go to Marcus Walker. Walker pass on the left side to Treberg as Walker cuts through. Very patient. Kangas has it high post. They go to Paulson right side beyond the three-point arc. Now Walker high post. He'll back it out behind the three-point arc. Bounce pass to Paulson right side. Paulson makes a move. Head and shoulder fake on Holmes at the free throw line extended. No opening. The cutter is Lambert. Head and shoulder fake on Cornelius. He loops one up. No good. The rebound. Kangas. His shot rolls off. No good. Battle for the rebound. Touch last. Mount Vernon. Bellingham basketball. 4:25 to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 5. And inbounding the basketball for Bellingham, it is Jarrett Treberg. Gets it into Paulson right side. Head and shoulder fake. Puts Holmes away. Hendrickson steps out, but he can't block it as Paulson rolls it up and in. Paulson with 5 of the Red Raiders' 7. And Bellingham leads it 7-5. Swanson being hounded by Walker. Goes to Cornelius. Swanson really being troubled by good defense. Pass into Hendrickson for the two-handed jam. Mark Hendrickson broke a double team and was there for the double for the two-hand slam. 7-all, 3:57 to go first quarter. Lambert's pass stolen away by Hendrickson. He double dribbles, no call. Cornelius tripped up from behind, no call. And it's Bellingham basketball. So bodies flying everywhere, all apparently incidental contact, and it's Red Raider basketball in backcourt. Lambert's pass to Walker. To Kangas in backcourt, and Treberg glides into forecourt, pulls up outside the three-point arc right side. Kangas head and shoulder fake, drives on Hendrickson and flips it up and in. Nice move by Yancey Kangas, and the Red Raiders back in the lead by 2. Troy Holmes moving on. Paulson, a feed to Hendrickson for the layup. Great feed from Holmes to Hendrickson for 2. Deadlocked at 9, up court pass stolen away by Mount Vernon. Cornelius to Swanson. Keys spots up, three-pointer off the mark. Holmes the rebound, travels, goes to Cornelius, who lays it up and in. Troy Holmes took a couple of steps, no call, shoveled it Cornelius for the layup. Mount Vernon up by 2. Kangas dribble drive, 15-footer on the way, air ball. Cornelius up the floor to Hendrickson, nearly travels, loses the basketball. Kangas to Walker in front court. Dave Dixon indicates slow it down. Doesn't want to get into a run and gun game with Mount Vernon. Paulson has it right side beyond the three-point arc. Treberg posts up. His little 10-footer over Keys is good. Tied up at 11. 2.5 minutes to go. Swanson quickly into front court. Lob pass to Hendrickson. Batted out of bounds by Lambert.
Well, Troy Holmes so far is doing a great job of getting the ball to key people that are open. He's made some great passes to Hendrickson inside. He's also made a great pass to Cornelius inside.
And Troy Holmes will pull the trigger on the Bulldog inbounds. Lob pass to Hendrickson. Triple team. Steps through them and lays it in. He's fouled and the basket will count.
Once again, Troy Holmes made a real nice pass, a lob pass to get it into Hendrickson, and then Hendrickson just made a power move, used his strength inside to go right up through 2 Bellingham defenders.
So Hendrickson showing his quickness and power, beating a trio of Red Raider defenders. Mount Vernon up by 2, 2:31 to go. Mark with 6 points, looking for 7. His left-handed shot is perfect. Hendrickson with 7. The Bulldogs up by 3. The Red Raiders up the floor. Jarrett Treberg beats Swanson, runs into his own teammate, loses the ball. Ryan Keys dribble drive on Lambert. He's hammered, no call. The follow is good by Cornelius. Bill Cornelius with a follow. Cornelius and Hendrickson 7 apiece. Mount Vernon up by 5. 2:10 to go first quarter. Bulldog pressure. Walker in trouble. His pass nearly stolen away. And Hendrickson steps out and swats it out of Treberg's hands.
It'd be interesting to see if the officials continue to allow the amount of contact that they are right now. They've let both teams get away with a lot of pushing and shoving.
Inbounding the basketball is Paulson. He goes to Marcus Walker. Mount Vernon up by 5. Bounce pass on the right side to Paulson. Treberg posts up, drives on Keys, and he travels with the basketball. Good defense by Keys, but more importantly, Big Mark Hendrickson stepped over to put on the double team. Treberg panicked a little bit and drug that pivot foot.
Yeah, as soon as he saw Hendrickson stepping down there on that baseline, he backed out, and that's when he traveled.
Ryan Keys into forecourt, goes to Hendrickson, left corner. He'll take the three. He does. Off the back bracket, no good. Holmes keeps it alive, but loses it out of bounds. Red Raider basketball. 16-11 Mount Vernon, 1:46 to go, quarter number 1. Mike Lane, Alan Williams, and Guy Ovenel with you on your sports leader, 1430 KBRC. Treberg to Walker, up court to Lambert, nearly travels, goes to Paulson. To Kangas, back to Paulson, pull-up jumper, short, almost an air ball. The ball batted out of bounds, and it belongs to Mount Vernon. 2 subs check in for Mount Vernon. Chad Wires will replace Ryan Keys. Also in Donnie Keltz, who will replace Troy Holmes.
Right now, Mount Vernon is uncharacteristically turning the ball over quite a bit for them. They've had 6 turnovers already in the first quarter here, and that's usually not their style of game.
Torrey Swanson beats Walker into forecourt, but he's really had a hard time against Walker. That's one reason why a lot of turnovers so far. Cornelius pops out, high post to Swanson right side. Swanson looking inside for Hendrickson. Nice defensive play by Lambert, who steps around and steals the ball on the entry pass to Hendrickson. But frankly, it was forced where there was no place to go. Red Raiders will inbound in backcourt. Doing the honors is James Paulson. Flips it into Marcus Walker, who walks it into front court. Mount Vernon on top by 5 with a minute to go in the first quarter. Jules Treberg has it right side. Looking, goes high post to Kangas, double teamed. Goes out to Treberg with Wires in his face. Back to Walker as the Red Raiders take some time off the clock. Walker left side beyond the three-point arc, gets a screen. Pulls out, free throw line extended. Nice head and shoulder fake by Paulson. Can't get a shot away. Back to Walker as the Red Raiders taking their time. Swanson out on Walker near the midcourt line. 30 seconds to go. Treberg near the midcourt strike. Goes on the left side to Kangas. Looks like the Red Raiders will hold it for 1. Inside of 30 seconds to go. Man-to-man Bulldog pressure. Kangas, his pass deflected, stolen away by Hendrickson. Up-court pass to Wires, head and shoulder fake. He puts it up. He's fouled by Walker.
Just a great job by Mark Hendrickson. I'll tell you right there, that time Hendrickson batted the ball, went up, out-jumped the guy, came down, and while he was still gaining his balance, flipped the court-length pass to Wires. Just a great job by Mark Hendrickson.
So Ryan Keys will return for Mount Vernon. He'll check in for Torrey Swanson. Trent Keys will replace Bill Cornelius. And at the stripe to shoot 2 is Chad Wires. Mount Vernon up 16-11. 18 seconds left in quarter number 1. Chad Wires, a 6'1 senior at the free throw line. Sights in and leaves it short.
Didn't get quite enough leg in that one. He was kind of shooting all arm there. You know, I heard the coaches from Mount Vernon talking earlier. Dave Garcia may have slightly sprained an ankle, and that may be why he hasn't been in the ball game yet.
Chad's second shot also off the mark and long. Treberg with a rebound. Treberg across the midcourt line. Double team. Goes to Walker between the circles at 10 seconds. 9, 8. He drives by Keys. A beautiful feed down low. Kangas loses the basketball. A held ball between Keltz and Kangas. On the possession arrow, the Red Raiders will get possession underneath their own basket with 3 seconds left in quarter number 1. Throwing it in will be Treberg. He'll probably try and get it to Paulson or Kangas. Paulson in particular very effective here in the early going with 5. Looking, trying to get it in. Bounce pass to Kangas. Great head and shoulder fake. He gets the layup at the buzzer. Yancey Kangas with a sensational head and shoulder fake. Put it up off the glass from 4 feet away. We've completed 1 quarter at Mount Vernon. Our score: Mount Vernon 16, Bellingham 13. We'll pause for this. Cornelius in for Bellingham to start the second quarter. Ryan Smith along with Jarrett Treberg, James Paulson, Yancey Kangas, and Jules Lambert. Holmes has it, working against Paulson to Cornelius, high post. To Torrey Swanson on the right side. Beyond the three-point arc, Ryan Smith. Mark Hendrickson now high post. Squares up to the basket. Goes to Keys. Three-pointer right side. Bingo! Ryan Keys, unguarded, buried the three-pointer. Mount Vernon up 19-13. Boy, Bellingham has to step up on Ryan. Can't give him that shot. Jules Lambert with the ball between the circles, looking for help, and now hands off to Jarrett Treberg. Marcus Walker on the bench for Bellingham had 2 fouls in the first quarter. Ryan Smith lobs it down low, knocked away by Hendrickson. Paulson retrieves, double teamed under pressure, goes to Smith right side. Smith goes to Lambert, high post, kicks it back out to Treberg. Treberg guarded by Keys. A screen on the high post by Lambert. Treberg takes it all the way, a scoop shot, but a beautiful head and shoulder fake draws contact, and it's a foul on either Keys or Hendrickson. I believe it's Keys.
You know, going back to that last shot by Ryan Keys, Troy Holmes is doing a great all-around job tonight. He's the guy that set the pick on Keys' man to free him up so he had that clear shot. So Troy is really working hard at all aspects of his game tonight.
The foul was called on Mark Hendrickson. His first at the line for 2 is Jarrett Treberg. Fine off guard for the Red Raiders. Makes the first free throw. Treberg now with 3 points in the ball game. Mount Vernon leading 19-14. Remember, the Red Raiders tied for second in the Northwest League, and they gave Mount Vernon their closest game of the season. The second shot is off the mark. The long rebound comes down to Torrey Swanson. Up court to Cornelius. His return pass to Hendrickson is kneed out of bounds by Jules Lambert. So Mount Vernon will inbound the basketball underneath their own basket. Troy Holmes will throw the inbounds for Mount Vernon.
Good idea by Bill Cornelius. He just threw the ball a little low for Mark.
Pass to Torrey Swanson. Ryan Keys, three-pointer left side, no good. Cornelius swoops for the rebound. Bill has it knocked out of bounds. Lambert, outlet pass to Treberg, who nearly loses the basketball. Gets it across the midcourt stripe, pulls up 17-footer and hits it. A 2-pointer for Treberg. Treberg now with 5 points. Bellingham comes right back at Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon on top, 19-16. Ryan Keys pulls up left side, goes to Torrey Swanson near midcourt. Swanson, cross court to Cornelius. Cornelius looking for Ryan Keys, in trouble, goes to Swanson cross court. Holmes posting up. Swanson head and shoulder fake, little 10-footer, nicely done. Swanson makes his first basket of the night. Beautiful head and shoulder fake, put the Red Raider defender away. 21-16 Mount Vernon. Full court Bulldog pressure. The Red Raiders get it up very nicely. Baseline jumper, no good. Long rebound to Paulson. Cornelius decks him with a good block that would be proud, be welcomed by any football player as Treberg drills the three-pointer. Treberg with a three-pointer, 21-19 Mount Vernon, and it's rough and rugged out there. Swanson pass to Ryan Keys. Bill Cornelius three-pointer, bingo. Cornelius knocks down the three-pointer. Cornelius now with 10. Mount Vernon up 24-19. Both teams getting their shooting eyes. Cornelius with a steal. Up court to Keys. Back to Cornelius. A steal by Treberg. Treberg dribble drive. 1-on-3. Still with the basketball left side. Treberg lobs it out to Lambert, high post. Goes on the right side to Ryan Smith. Smith returns it to Treberg. 24-19 Mount Vernon. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in quarter 2. Kangas springs free, a little running one-hander, no good. The Red Raiders with a rebound, shoot an air ball. Ball knocked loose. Keys comes down. The outlet to Cornelius, stolen away. Ball still loose. 3 players go to the floor. Kangas gets up, and they allow him to stand up and score. No travel call. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was kind of amazing. Anytime you're down on that floor, you're not able to come up on your feet, and they allowed him to take the step up and go ahead and put the shot up.
I have to tell you, that's one of the great non-calls of the season. Kangas lying flat on the floor. The official, Dick Pryor, allowed him to stand up, which is a travel, and throw it up, and he made it. So the Red Raiders capitalize on some very loose officiating and get another basket. 24-21 Mount Vernon. But the way this game's going, anything could happen. Stay tuned. Donnie Keltz inbounds to Torrey Swanson. The Red Raiders in full court pressure. Swanson working across the midcourt line, being guarded by Ryan Smith. They go to Cornelius, right angle. Hendrickson posting up. Chad Wyer's three-pointer, no good. Hendrickson the tip, no good. Hendrickson the rebound. He's karate chopped, hammered twice, and finally a whistle on Ryan Smith.
Well, both teams right now are playing a very aggressive man-to-man defense, and they're extending that man-to-man defense almost to a full-court situation. Both teams, whenever the ball handler turns his back, are trying to trap and put pressure on. It's showing up right now. Both teams have 8 turnovers so far here in the first half. I think we're going to maybe see if Mount Vernon's bench strength will hold them through here later in the ball game.
We've only seen 6 Red Raiders on the court so far, as Hendrickson's first free throw is long, no good. And this is probably a good tune-up for postseason because there's been no quarter given. And very rugged on both ends. Mark Hendrickson ready for the second shot. On the way, good. Hendrickson now with 8 points in the ball game. Mount Vernon leads it by 4. A whistle and a holding foul called in backcourt.
I guess maybe they decided it was getting a little too rough, so they called one. And boy, they've let a lot of pushes go by that were a lot harder than that, and they called him for kind of a little ticky foul there.
And I think that's the point Mac Frazier was making to the two officials. Said, how come all of a sudden this is a foul? And you look at what's happened so far. Ryan Smith in forecourt to Jarrett Treberg. Treberg, nice move to the hoop. Hit shot blocked by Cornelius. Hendrickson the rebound. Outlet to Swanson. Up court to Cornelius. Stolen away by Kangas. Kangas to Treberg. Leads the Red Raider break. His pass off Hendrickson's foot out of bounds. And checking in is Ryan Keys. And the Bulldogs sorely miss David Garcia.
Yeah, they do. Torrey Swanson's doing a good job, but you could tell early in the ball game he was a little bit nervous. He's a sophomore starting his first game. It's tough for a guy to come in this situation.
Yancey Kangas' shot is off the rim, no good. The rebound comes down to Treberg, and he lays it up and in. So the Red Raiders on fire here in quarter number 2, and they've narrowed that deficit to just 2 points. 25-23, Red Raiders right on the Bulldogs' heels. Hendrickson has it high post. Lambert right on him. Hendrickson drives, goes to Keys. Three-pointer, bingo. Ryan Keys nails the three-pointer from the right side. Up the court is Paulson. Paulson goes to Smith. Jumper from the baseline, no good. Wire skies for the rebound. Outlet to Keys. Ryan up the court. Lead pass to Kelts. The layup, no good. Kelts the follow, no good. Hendrickson the follow, no good. Hendrickson the follow again is good.
Great job on the boards by the Bulldogs that time right there. 3 offensive rebounds. You can't ask for much more than that.
4 straight points by the Bulldogs. A steal by Wires, and the Red Raiders save it, then throw it out of bounds. And the fatigue beginning to tell on Bellingham as we get a sub checking in for the Red Raiders.
Well, I think Wires got away with a little push there. The referee, as the ball started to go free, kind of turned his back, and Chad gave the Bellingham guy a little push, and that's what caused the ball to go out of bounds.
No doubt about it. It was a good shove right in the middle of the back like they use in football commonly, and this one is rugged, folks. The referees decided, I think, in their pregame conference to let these teams play. Boy, has it been rough. Reminds me of some of those NBA games I see. Donnie Kelts has it left wing. Goes to Cornelius, right arc. To Ryan Keys, back to Cornelius. Spots up, three-pointer. Bingo! Bill Cornelius nails the three-pointer. Cornelius with all his points on three-pointers as Treberg back the other way, misses the jump shot. 2 Red Raiders collide. Keys saves it. Into Cornelius. The ball still loose. Cornelius has it. Up the floor. Double dribbles, and he's hammered from behind. Deft as Paulson and Knutson leveled Cornelius from behind. And hopefully Bill is all right as 2 Red Raiders in full sprint leveled Cornelius from behind.
Yeah, it looked like he got his leg twisted underneath one of them a little bit there, but it popped free as he was going down. Hey, great hustle by the Bulldogs. Mount Vernon, I think, you take a look at the score now, all of a sudden it's 10 points. Mount Vernon is going to continue to put the pressure on Bellingham, and I think you were right. They're starting to show a little fatigue.
So Cornelius at the strike. Bill will shoot 2. Bill with 13 points tonight. And by my unofficial stats, he has 3 three-pointers.
Well, so far, Bellingham has 10 turnovers and Mount Vernon has 9. I think a lot of that's due to the fact that the officials are letting a lot of pushing and bumping go on in there.
Cornelius's free throw is good. Nice concentration by Cornelius, who really took a shot on that drive to the basket. Jules Lambert and Marcus Walker check in for the Red Raiders, and I think Dave Dixon realizes that this contest is right on the brink. Unless his team makes a stand here, they now trail by 11. As Mount Vernon has reeled off 9 straight points, they could be in trouble being run out of the building by halftime. Cornelius sights in, and the 6'5 senior puts it in. So Bill Cornelius with 15 points, Bulldogs up by 12. Walker double-teamed in backcourt, goes to Lambert. Up the floor to Kangas. Kangas between the circles. Treberg to Walker as the Red Raiders are going to slow this pace down. Go a little bit of a passing game. They go left side to Treberg. Treberg goes to Lambert in the low blocks. Returns it to Treberg as the Red Raiders taking some time off the clock. Mount Vernon playing man-to-man defense. Walker has it between the circles. Shovels the pass on the right side to Paulson. To Treberg, down to Lambert. Little turnaround 10-footer. He got it. Nice ball movement by the Red Raiders. Lambert with his first 2 points of the ball game. 10-point Mount Vernon lead, 35-25. 2 minutes to go. Cornelius right side beyond the three-point arc. Looking for help, goes to Ryan Keys. Keys to Cornelius, three-pointer from 20. Good three-pointer by Bill Cornelius. Cornelius, by my count, with 18 points. Paulson back the other way. A bank shot from 15 is good. Paulson has shot the ball well. He gets two back for the Red Raiders. Keys takes it all the way, lays it in, and they're going to call it no basket. I didn't see the foul. Apparently a little incidental contact on the drive. They're going to nullify the hoop. Tough break for Ryan. Looked like very incidental contact on the drive.
Yeah, it did. That was another case of where, you know, they've been letting a lot of pushing and shoving go by, and all of a sudden they called a little one there.
Especially when you think of the underlying precept of basketball officiating, no advantage gained, and Keys definitely hurt that time as Cornelius spots up for the three-pointer. Goes to Ryan Keys, high post to Hendrickson. Back to Keys, three-pointer, bingo! Ryan Keys got the three-pointer. Mount Vernon up 41-27. Lambert up the court to Walker. Dribble drive, dribbles it off his own foot. And a foul called on Ryan Keys out here in forecourt. A double team between Cornelius and Wires, and a grab foul called on Ryan Keys.
Well, I think the Mount Vernon coaches have decided that they're gonna really keep the pressure on Bellingham throughout this entire game. They have just been trapping everywhere they can.
Marcus Walker has it out near the hash mark on the left side, dribbles left to right, makes a move to the hoop, has the ball stripped away. Keys is decked by Walker, no whistle, and apparently Keys touched it last, and Bellingham will have it underneath the basket.
That looked like they let Keys get away with a slap, and then they let Walker get away with a charge, so I guess it evened out.
I guess so. Treberg will inbound. Looking, gets it into Walker, left corner. Back to Treberg, shoots over Wires, he has it. Nice move by Jared Treberg, who posts up in the low blocks, and he has 10 here in the second quarter. Ryan Keys dribble drive, backs it out beyond the three-point arc. Hendrickson posts up against Treberg for the easy reverse layup. Nice job by Mount Vernon recognizing the mismatch. Hendrickson with 9 inches on Treberg. The Red Raiders back the other way. Treberg shot blocked by Cornelius. Great play. Walker has the ball stripped away. Little Harlem Globetrotter act there as he goes to his knees and throws it away. Kelts leads the Bulldog fast break. 3-on-2. Kelts grabbed by Walker, and a holding foul called on Marcus Walker.
The game's starting to get a little bit sloppy here, and I think part of it's due to the fact that Bellingham is getting tired. You can see they're just not moving their feet like they did before. Their passing isn't as crisp. They're not getting into their offense. You know, I think their coach was smart to have them try and slow down the game and get their offense rolling again, because that's when they were being successful.
Substitutes for both teams as the Red Raiders trail it by 14 points. Walker comes to the bench. He already has 3 personal fouls. At the stripe is Donnie Kelts. And Kelts, the 6-foot sophomore, will shoot 2.
Yeah, real smart move by Mac Frazier there, too. With only 30 seconds left in the game, he got Mark Hendrickson out.
Treberg, sprint dribble out of backcourt, takes it all the way. Running one-hander, no good. Rebound is Smith. Ryan Smith gets the follow. Nice rebound basket by Ryan Smith. 43-31 Mount Vernon with 15 seconds to go. Swanson across the midcourt line in trouble. Gets it to Cornelius. Bill backs his way in. Follow a jumper, no good. Trent Keys the great rebound and rolls it in. 5 seconds for Smith. 25-foot three-pointer, no good. Cornelius the rebound at the buzzer. It's halftime. Mount Vernon up 45-31. A rough and rugged first half, and the Bulldog depth making the difference. And we'll go to Guy Ovenel for a chat with Mount Vernon coach Mac Frazier.
Well, thank you, Mike, as Mac walks towards me. 45-31 here at halftime. Mac, up 45-31 here at halftime. What were your thoughts there in the first half?
I thought we had a good first half. We probably missed on a couple of our chances there early in the first quarter, but second quarter we got running a little bit better, and all our kids were doing a good job.
All right, thanks, Mac. Once again, we're at halftime. The Mount Vernon Bulldogs 45 outscored them the rest of the first half 20-8 for the 45-31 lead at intermission. The game was 16-13 in Mount Vernon's favor at the end of one quarter. Then the Bulldogs outscored the Red Raiders 29-18 in quarter number 2. We're ready to start quarter number 3. James Paulson will toss it in for Bellingham as the Red Raiders will have possession to start the second half. Paulson in to Marcus Walker. The point guard for the Red Raiders has 3 personal fouls. Paulson on the right side beyond the three-point arc. Goes high post to Kangas, moving against Hendrickson, goes to Walker. Swanson on him. Paulson, double team, puts it up over Hendrickson, a foul away, and knocks it in. Nice shot by James Paulson, who has 2 for the Red Raiders, 45-33 Mount Vernon. Torrey Swanson up the floor, goes to Cornelius, right side. Swanson looking for help to Cornelius, being guarded by Paulson. Bill drives right side, swoops to the hoop, reverse layup is good.
Cornelius is having a great night. He's on tonight, and he knows it.
20 points for Cornelius. Bulldogs up by 14, 47-33. Walker, right side to Jarrett Treberg, looking for help, and the cutter. Goes high post to Kangas, head and shoulder fake. Can't beat Hendrickson, returns it to Treberg between the circles. You're listening to 1430 KBRC in Mount Vernon. Mike Lane, Alan Williams, and Guy Ovenel as Walker looks at the action from the three-point arc, passes to Kangas, who misses a 15-footer, scramble for the rebound. Walker retrieves it near midcourt. Paulson, baseline drive, puts it up, rolls off, no good. The rebound by Paulson, he follows it in. Nice play by Paulson, who has a quick 4, now 11 points in the ballgame. Ryan Keys left side. Lob pass to Hendrickson, triple team, puts it up anyway and drops it in. Hendrickson beats a triple team, 49-35 Mount Vernon, 6.5 minutes to go, third quarter. The Red Raiders across the midcourt line. The long upcourt pass to Kangas, who hands it to Marcus Walker. Walker to Paulson. Walker gets it back. Pull up 17-footer, rolls over the rim and in. Marcus Walker now with 4 points, gets that 17-footer to drop. Cornelius spots up, three-pointer, no good. Keys keeps the rebound alive, comes down to Treberg. Up the floor to Walker. Lob pass to Lambert. Cross court to Paulson, who drives, and Swanson swats it out of his hands, but commits a personal foul, and the Red Raiders will inbound underneath their own basket, trailing 49-37 with 6:01 to go in the quarter.
Well, Bellingham's doing the same thing at the start of the second half that they did at the start of the first half. They're trying to control the ball game, slow it down a little bit, keep it to their tempo. But, you know, you get tired with that pressure kind of defense that they have, and so I'm sure that the legs are going to get tired a little quicker this half than they did in the first half.
Treberg inbounds to Lambert, who hits a fall-away 12-footer. Jules Lambert knocks down the basket, and the Red Raiders pull within 10. Cornelius swoops to the hoop. His pass to Swanson. Keys, three-pointer off the mark. The rebound to Paulson. Paulson dribble drive up the floor to Walker. Walker to Lambert in the middle of the floor. Goes to Treberg. Spots up. Three-pointer off the rim. No good. Troy Holmes the rebound. Outlet to Torrey Swanson. Swanson sprints it into forecourt. Goes to Keys left corner. Bounce pass to Hendrickson. Stolen away. Ill-advised pass. Hendrickson was triple team. Keys slows down Treberg. Gets it into front court. Treberg with the ball. Goes right side to Walker between the circles. Walker backs it out near the midcourt line. Gets a high post screen from Lambert. Pull up 17-footer air ball. Keys the rebound. Bounce pass up the floor to Hendrickson, who shovels it over to Torrey Swanson, who walks it across the midcourt line. Over to Keys, left angle beyond the three-point arc to Holmes in the low blocks. A double team, he beats it and he rolls it in. Troy Holmes now has 4. Mount Vernon leads it 51-39. Across the midcourt line is Treberg. To Kangas, wide open 12-footer is good. Yancey Kangas hits the 12-footer. Bellingham stays within 10. Cornelius back the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Goes to Swanson. Back to Cornelius, right corner. To Hendrickson in the low blocks, and he dribbles it off his foot, but it's touched last by the Red Raiders.
Well, he dribbled it off of Kangas' foot that time.
Good eyes, Alan. I knew he dribbled it off someone's foot. I just couldn't tell whose, but the official was Johnny on the spot. Mike Zender with the call. Troy Holmes will inbound. Goes to Bill Cornelius. His pass deflected and stolen away. Treberg leads a 3-on-2 break. Pull up 15-footer, no good. Battle for the rebound. Walker comes down with it. Walker between the circles. Bounce pass to Lambert, high post. down to Kangas. Head and shoulder fake, and Hendrickson commits a hacking foul, and Kangas will go to the line to shoot 2. Coming in for the Bulldogs, Donnie Keltz and Chad Wires. And David Garcia has stripped off his warm-up jersey, so we may see David before the night is out.
Now, he looks like he's kind of tentative on his leg over there. I'm not sure how bad he sprained that ankle, and Coach Mac Frazier may have decided not to use him unless it's really necessary.
At the stripe to shoot 2 is Yancey Kangas, as the Red Raiders, with a good play here in the third quarter, have drawn within 10, now 9 points, as Kangas converts the free throw. So Mount Vernon led by 14, but the Red Raiders have definitely had the upper hand so far here in quarter 3. The second shot by Kangas is perfect. Yancey Kangas with 4 in the quarter, 10 points in the ball game. Red Raiders down by 8. Mark Hendrickson will bring it up the floor for Mount Vernon. Hendrickson hands off to Cornelius. They go to Swanson between the circles. Left side to Cornelius, fakes the three-pointer. High post to Chad Wires is checked in. Wires pulls up. Lob pass to Hendrickson, stolen away. Good defense by the Red Raiders. Kangas with the ball front court. Goes to Treberg to Lambert. Lambert drives. Kicks it back out to Marcus Walker. As we draw inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter, the Red Raiders with a very good effort here so far. Kangas to Lambert, 15-footer. He's got it. Jules Lambert drops in the 15-footer. Red Raiders trail by just 6. Bulldogs might take a timeout here soon, as a 14-point lead has been whittled to 6. Hendrickson in the low blocks. He's fouled, but manages to power through it and lay it up and in. So the Bulldogs with a good entry pass, and Hendrickson horses it up and in.
Well, a good indication of why Bellingham has been coming back. They've had 12 shots so far in the second half here. Mount Vernon's only had 6. Bellingham has been playing very good aggressive defense.
No, and really, Mount Vernon has not passed the ball well at all. They forced it from way out on the perimeter, not gotten good angles to get a good entry pass. That time they did, and despite a triple team, Mark Hendrickson, with his quickness and strength, was able to get it up and in.
Well, I think Mount Vernon is, like you said, trying too hard to get it inside. They need to get some ball movement, move it around the perimeter. That will open up Hendrickson inside.
And Mark converts the three-point play as his free throw bounces off the iron and then falls through. Hendrickson now with 5 in the quarter, 18 in the ball game. As Bellingham pulls it out near the midcourt stripe, they trail by 9. Marcus Walker has it beyond the three-point arc. Goes to Treberg, wide open three-pointer right out front, no good. Good follow by Kangas, great block by Hendrickson. Cornelius outlet to Wires. Dribble drive, pulls up, free throw line extended, returns to Keltz, to Swanson. Torrey Swanson to Wires, down to Hendrickson. Low blocks, goes for the reverse shot, no good. Hendrickson is decked and no foul. And let's see if they called a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, they did. They called it on Keltz of Mount Vernon. Hendrickson got hammered by 2 Bellingham players that time and no call.
So the rebound foul called on Donnie Keltz, as Alan described it. Hendrickson got blasted by 2 Red Raiders. Apparently not enough contact to warrant a foul. And the Red Raiders have possession, trying to draw even closer. They trail by 9. Nice give and go. Lambert, a little 12-footer off the iron, no good. Cornelius, the rebound. Keltz retrieves it. Hands off to Torrey Swanson. Swanson across the midcourt stripe. Goes to Keltz, left side. He's wide open. Lobs down low to Hendrickson. Triple team. Has the ball stripped out of his hands by Kangas. Hendrickson on the baseline. And a foul called by the outside official. And Hendrickson will go to the stripe to shoot 2.
Well, I'll tell you, they're letting Bellingham put a lot of hip into Hendrickson when he's going up for those shots. They're also letting him do a lot of reaching and grabbing inside there. I'm not sure if it's all clean, but that's the way they're letting him play right now.
Well, one thing about it, Mark Hendrickson getting a lot of practice learning how to play through contact here tonight. Bulldogs up 54-45. Hendrickson's free throw is off the mark, and he'll try and salvage the second one right here. Hendrickson with 18 points, 5 here in quarter 3. Mount Vernon has won 22 games in a row, dating back to last season. Hendrickson's shot is good. Mark gets 1 of 2. Mount Vernon now leads it 55-45, 2:37 to go. Bulldogs a little pressure here. Kangas double-teamed near the head of the key. They go to Treberg, right side to Ryan Smith. Smith, high post to Lambert. Returns it to Marcus Walker. Walker, bounce pass on the right side to Smith. Smith looking for the cutter, Treberg. They go to Kangas, head and shoulder fake. No place to go at the free throw line extended. Returns it to Walker, back to Lambert, down low to Kangas. Kangas drives around Hendrickson, has the ball, stepped on the line, no call, but his pass was stolen away. Torrey Swanson weaves out of backcourt, takes it all the way, kicks it over to Cornelius, head and shoulder fake, 14-footer is short. Walker the rebound. Walker dribble drive out of backcourt. 4-on-2 Bellingham break. Walker's pass stolen away by Swanson. Swanson up the floor to Hendrickson. Sets sail and goes for a layup. Hendrickson was going to jam it, decided to lay it up, and the Red Raiders promptly throw it the length of the court out of bounds. Bellingham will take timeout. So will we. Our score, Mount Vernon 57, Bellingham 45. Let's pause for this.
Many athletes accept the myth.
Come back to Mount Vernon High School Valentine's Day special. A sweetheart of a ball game coming your way on 1430 KBRC. Mount Vernon leading 57-45. Inbounding the ball is Donnie Keltz. Looking, goes to Torrey Swanson. Rather, Chad Wires hit Wires right in the head, and it bounced off his forehead to Donnie Keltz, who lays it in. Well, that's using your head. Kind of an awkward assist, but nevertheless, Wires with gets his head in on that one, and Keltz with the layup. 59-45 Mount Vernon, a minute and a half to go, quarter number 3. Bellingham got as close as 6. Mount Vernon's kicked it out to 14. Kangas, head and shoulder fake, nearly travels. Hendrickson the near steal, ball stripped into forecourt. Hendrickson with a steal. Hendrickson drives all the way, lays it up and in. Mark Hendrickson with a steal and drove the length of the court and laid it in. The Pac-10 player to be really showed what he's made of on that one. Mount Vernon up by 16. Treberg shot partially blocked by Cornelius, and a foul called on Bill as he got the ball, but also got part of the body. And Treberg goes to the line to shoot 2 with a minute to go in quarter number 3.
Well, Bill was complaining a little bit on that one, and I don't think the official maybe even called him for the block or the upper hand. I think he called him for the lower hand that he had on his hip while he was trying to block that shot.
And Cornelius gets a breather as he comes to the bench. Steve Bertelson checking in will make his first appearance. The Bulldog quintet out there now. Chad Wire, Steve Bertelson, Troy Holmes, Donnie Keltz. Well, they had 6 out there. Now they have 5. So it's Hendrickson, Swanson, Holmes, Keltz, and Bertelson. As the free throw is good by Jeff Treberg.
I wouldn't doubt right now either that Mount Vernon really turns on the pressure here.
Mount Vernon leading 61-46, a minute left in quarter 3. Treberg sights in and puts it in. Treberg with 2. Mount Vernon leads it 61-47 as Swanson weaves out of backcourt. Double team near the half-court line. Goes to Steve Bertelson, right angle. Bertelson drives, looking for Hendrickson. Gets it to Mark. Double teamed on the right angle. Goes to Swanson. He travels with a basketball and did it right in front of the official, shuffling his feet as he tried to slice his way inside the Bellingham defense and make a move to the hoop.
Yeah, he made the wrong move. He took a step with his right and then with his left.
Little dance move there, maybe looking ahead to the dance after the ball game. So Bellingham basketball with 45 seconds to go in the quarter. They may hold it for 1. Working the ball around the perimeter. They trail 61-47, which was the exact deficit at halftime, except it was 45-31 at that time. Red Raiders trimmed the deficit to 6, but then Mount Vernon has kind of exerted command. James Paulson handling the basketball. The Red Raiders will hold it for 1 shot as the Bulldog rooting section chanting boring, boring. That really says something about a team, Alan, when you're trailing by 14 with 1 quarter left and you're going to hold it for 1 shot as we work inside 10 seconds. Walker goes to Knutson, and the shot is blocked by Donnie Keltz. Well, the Red Raider decided to side up for a set shot, and Keltz made him eat a little of leather basketball that time. 5 seconds left in the quarter. The Red Raiders will inbound. They trail 61-47. They'll try and get a shot. Either Treberg or Paulson, the likely candidates, I think, here to take the last shot. Smith will inbound. His pass stolen by Keltz. 3 seconds. Hendrickson, 3-quarter court, just short at the buzzer. We've completed 3 quarters here at Mount Vernon High School. Our score, the Bulldogs 61. The Red Raiders 47. Let's pause for this timeout. Welcome back to Mount Vernon High School. Mike Lane, Alan Williams, and Guy Ovenell. Pleased that you're joining us here tonight as the top-ranked undefeated Bulldogs try and make it 23 in a row over the last season and a quarter. Ryan Keys has checked in. Ryan takes it all the way, and a foul call on James Paulson as Keys will go to the line to shoot 2. Paulson looking around going, who, me? And that's the 4th foul on Paulson tonight.
Well, you know, Bellingham now is really trying to overplay the people out front and put pressure on them. And Mount Vernon's doing a good job of picking up the loose man and getting it to him. And that time, Keys did a great job of just taking it to the hoop.
Ryan at the line for 2, and the junior guard puts it in.
We may find here that Mount Vernon starts to pull away from him again. Bellingham looks like they're starting to get a little bit tired again.
Ryan sights in and puts it in. The junior guard hits 2, 63-47 Bulldogs. They're going to press. Jarrett Treberg looking as the Bulldogs have a zone press. Yancey Kangas right side. They go in the right corner to Paulson. A long three-pointer off the mark. Cornelius the rebound. Double-teamed outlet pass to Swanson. Torrey up the floor to Troy Holmes. Back to Swanson wide open to Holmes. Eyes a three-point set shot. Won't take it. Ryan Keys knifes in, lays it up. No good. Cornelius the rebound. Hendrickson saves it off of Lambert. And a good toss bounces it off Lambert's foot. Bulldog basketball. Also looked like Hendrickson used Lambert as a ladder there. Climbed right up his back and no call.
Yeah, I think the official missed that one.
Inbounds to Holmes, to Swanson, to Cornelius. Three-pointer off the iron, no good. Kangas the rebound to Walker. Sprint dribble into forecourt. Walker will take it all the way. His shot blocked by Swanson. Swanson dribble drive out of backcourt. 4-on-2 break. Cornelius with the ball on the right side. Cross court to Keys. In the low blocks to Hendrickson. Squares up to the hoop 12 feet away. To Keys to Hendrickson. Hendrickson will back it out in the left corner. Mark sights up, takes the uncontested 15-footer, and nails it. Mark Hendrickson with the uncontested 15-footer. Mount Vernon up 65-47. Full court Bulldog pressure. Lambert up the floor to Walker to Lambert. Now they get it across the midcourt line to Kangas. Nice pass to Paulson. Baseline drive. Reverse layup. He got it in. Nice move by James Paulson, who beat a nice block attempt by Bill Cornelius. 65-49 Mount Vernon. Swanson across the midcourt line. Looking for Hendrickson. Goes instead to Holmes, high post. Holmes looking. Still has the ball ahead of the key. Goes to Hendrickson, way out, three-point arc. No one guarding him. Now Lambert steps out. They go to Swanson near the midcourt line. Walker right in his face. Holmes looking for Hendrickson. Holmes drives baseline. Double team. Throws it out here on front. Intercepted by Walker, but Walker steps on the sideline. Good hustle by Walker. Bad decision, though, and he gives the ball back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, if he could have gotten to it a little sooner, then he had a one-on-one fast break, but he got there too late. Should have just let it go out of bounds.
Cross court to Cornelius. One-on-one with Paulson. Bill Yo-Yo dribble right side. Cornelius returns it to Swanson. Swanson cross court to Keys. Knifes into the key. Takes it all the way. Lays it up. And let's see what they called block or a charge. Looked like a block all the way. Let's see what they've called. They're going to call charging on Ryan Keys. Well, my batting average with the officials has been 0. Why change now as Keys knifed into the key, but apparently caught the defender in the breastbone after he established defensive position. Bellingham basketball. They bring it up the floor. Paulson, three-pointer right angle, swirls out, no good. Holmes has it, loses it out of bounds, but it's still Bulldog basketball.
Maybe that was just to return the favor.
Could be. Holmes will inbound for Mount Vernon. They lead it 65-49. Just under 6 minutes to go. Holmes brings it across the midcourt stripe, being guarded by Yancey Kangas. Troy backs his way down. Good steal by Kangas. Walker takes it all the way and lays it off the front of the rim. He missed it. Swanson back the other way. 4-on-2 Mount Vernon break. They go to Hendrickson right side. Hendrickson returns it to Swanson. Cross court to Cornelius. They go to Keys left wing. Keys to Holmes. Mount Vernon up 65-49. Bulldogs going to play a little patient basketball here, run a three-man weave. They go to Hendrickson in the low blocks, back to Keys, head and shoulder fake, knifes into the key, takes it all the way, and lays it up and in. Ryan Keys with a nifty drive puts the Bulldogs up 67-49. Kangas hands off to Treberg, right angle. Treberg goes to Lambert, who's unguarded, and he lays it off glass and in.
Little defensive mix-up there. Both Holmes and Cornelius were guarding the same guy that time.
Up-court pass to Hendrickson from Torrey Swanson. Mount Vernon up 67-51. 4:45 to go in the ball game. You're listening to 1430 KBRC in Mount Vernon. High post pass to Hendrickson, stolen away. Walker one-on-one against Swanson, lays it up. He missed it again. Walker 0 for 2 on layups. The Bulldogs have the rebound. Holmes up the floor to Cornelius. Bill swoops down the middle of the key and lays it in.
I think Walker's a little bit worried about somebody inside there blocking his shot.
Walker takes it strong to the hoop and is stuffed by Holmes, but a foul on one of two Bulldogs. Either Holmes or Hendrickson got him.
Well, I think that's what he was worried about on the shots before, and he wasn't concentrating on the shot, never even got it above the rim.
Timeout on the court. 4:26 to go in the ball game. Our score, Mount Vernon 69, Bellingham 51. Let's pause for this.
It's a new year, and the Vern Sims Ford Ranch in Cedar Woolley is still offering spectacular savings and top-of-the-line customer service. Rebates are still being offered on almost all new cars.
Boys Radiator, the cooling system specialists.
Welcome back to Mount Vernon High School. Mike Lane, Alan Williams, and Guy Ovenell. At the free throw line to shoot two is Marcus Walker. Mount Vernon leading by 18 points, 4.5 minutes to go. And Alan, they've done it all with their starting point guard, David Garcia, which I think underlines Mount Vernon's depth, which makes them so very tough.
Yeah, that's true. You know, David Garcia adds a lot to their offense. You can see it in the number of turnovers that Mount Vernon's had so far, 15 tonight. That's real unusual for them.
Walker misses the first one, having a tough time putting the ball in the basket here in the fourth quarter. His second shot on the way, he got that one. Marcus Walker, fine-looking point guard, gets a free throw to drop here in quarter number 4. 69-52 Mount Vernon, 17-point Bulldog cushion. Ryan Keys across the midcourt line, knocked off his feet by Treberg. His pass to Hendrickson, stripped away. Mark retrieves near the midcourt line. Treberg all over him to go to Swanson, who stops at the free throw line extended. Donnie Keltz to Torrey Swanson. Swanson under duress, in real trouble, looking for help. Finally gets it to Cornelius near the midcourt line. Bulldogs need to penetrate a little bit and get away from the 28-foot hash mark. Hendrickson goes between his legs, nearly loses it. Cornelius, baseline drive, swoops to the basket and lays it up and in. Cornelius is just awesome tonight with a great baseline drive.
Just exactly what you said they needed to do, too. The way Bellingham was overplaying, just go to the hoop.
A block by Hendrickson on Paulson, but too much body by Hendrickson, and Paulson will go to the line to shoot two. 3:39 left in our ball game tonight. Mount Vernon leading it by 19 points, 71-52.
Well, this is where they missed David Garcia. You know, if Bellingham was overplaying him like that, I'm sure that somebody would go back door or David would go right by him. Torrey Swanson is a good ball player, but he's a little tentative right now. He's not going to take the ball at the hoop, whereas David will.
James Paulson at the line, fine looking forward for the Red Raiders. His shot hits the front of the iron, bounces twice, and falls in. Paulson had 7 points in the first half, now has 7 in the second. 14 points for the ball game and 15 as his soft touch knocks another one in. Paulson with 15, Keltz to inbound for the Bulldogs, gets it into Mark Hendrickson. Full court man-to-man pressure by the Red Raiders. Mark beats a double team, goes to Donnie Keltz, who glides into front court. Double team near the hash mark, has the ball stripped out of his hands. Walker with a steal. Walker pulls up, free throw line extended, stolen away. Kangas retrieves, goes to Ryan Smith, who rolls it in. Ryan Smith rolled it in. Bellingham with a transition hoop. The Bulldogs need to avoid stopping just across the midcourt line. 71-56 Mount Vernon, a double team and a steal by Ryan Smith. Up the floor to Treberg. He drives, he lays it in. Treberg with the basket. Timeout by Mount Vernon. We'll keep it right here with 3:04 left in the ball game. Mount Vernon up 71-58. And I think a pass and either take the 15-foot shot or just drive hard right to the basket for a layup, or perhaps be fouled on the way to the basket.
Yeah, I think they also need to have the forwards looking a little bit more for the back door. The way they're being overplayed right now, they just got to fire to the hoop and have the guards get the ball to them.
71-58 Mount Vernon, 3:04 to go in the ball game. Donnie Keltz to inbound. Cross-court pass to Cornelius, who returns it to Keltz. Keltz up the floor, full court Bellingham pressure. Torrey Swanson still in backcourt. Lob pass to Hendrickson for the backdoor layup. He missed it. Cornelius hustles for the rebound, but he's beaten to the ball by Treberg. Good idea, not quite good enough execution. Kangas blocked from behind. Great block by Ryan Keys. Torrey Swanson with a rebound. Swanson out of backcourt. Cross court to Donnie Keltz. Keltz left angle, being overplayed by Walker. Keltz looking for help. Lob pass to Keys. Ryan Keys right side, lobs it down low to Cornelius. Little jump hook is good. Bill Cornelius with the jump hook. 73-58 Mount Vernon, three-pointer right side, good by Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith with a three-pointer, 73-61 Mount Vernon. Keys double-teamed and hammered by Ryan Smith near the 28-foot hash mark. 2:11 to go in the ball game, and This is one of the few times the Bulldogs have actually been pressed as the game moved into crunch time.
Yeah, that's, Bellingham is doing a good job. They're really coming after Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon's got to get the ball down the court, though. As soon as they see that pressure coming, they got to move it down the floor.
And Ryan Keys is grabbed from behind by Jarrett Treberg with 2:09 to go in the ball game. But Bellingham still not in the bonus situation, just the 15th foul on the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Mount Vernon's doing too much passing right now. Cross court, they need to get it down the court on some of those passes and get movement so that Bellingham's defense has to move.
Inbounds pass to Ryan Keys. Cross court to Swanson. Bulldogs up by 12. In the left corner is Kelts. He's grabbed by Yancey Kangas. And that is team foul number 6 on the Red Raiders with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in our broadcast. Be sure and join Alan, Guy, and myself Tuesday night when we go to Cedar Woolley High School to call the last regular season game as the Seaholm Mariners come calling against the Cedar Woolley Cubs in an important contest for both teams.
I think Bellingham has chosen the tactic now that they're just going to go after him. If they get fouls called, make Mount Vernon hit the foul shots.
Mac Frazier goes to his bench to get a veteran senior. Troy Holmes checks in. A little better passing probably. And just as I say that, he gets it into Hendrickson. Troy Holmes with the ball. Holmes handling almost in a point forward situation, and Troy is fouled right away. And Holmes will go to the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1 with 1 minute and 57 seconds left in our ball game.
I think Mac Frazier also wanted to get Troy in for his foul shooting. He's got a pretty good shooting team in there right now as far as foul line goes.
Troy Holmes steps to the free throw line. Holmes with 4 points in the ball game. He missed the free throw, and Paulson comes down with a carom. 1:50 to go. Walker goes to Paulson. Three-pointer from 23 off the front rim, no good. Hendrickson with a rebound and a grab foul is called on Ryan Smith, who was lobbying for a jump ball, but he got a piece of the arm before he grabbed the basketball.
Yeah, I think Bellingham's, really trying to come down and put the three-pointer up, and they're looking for a little bit of a prayer right now. Kind of tough in this situation for Bellingham to really, play as well as they have. To be down this far and try and come back, it's just tough. You really got to foul a lot to do it.
Well, I've seen teams do it, and in 1:46, if they adopt the 3-for-2 or 3-for-1 strategy, the game can last an eternity. Hendrickson at the line to shoot 1-and-1. The big left-hander sights it and misses it. Ball still loose, tipped out of bounds, touched last by Bellingham. Bulldog ball.
Well, so far the Bellingham strategy is working. Mount Vernon hasn't been hitting their foul shots.
Mount Vernon missing the front end of 2 1-and-1s. Troy Holmes will inbound. Mount Vernon riding a 22-game winning streak. 73-61 Mount Vernon, 1:43. Holmes looking, still has the basketball, looking, long out-court pass to Mark Hendrickson. He wheels down the key, and he's shoved from the side by Ryan Smith. So Ryan Smith fouls Hendrickson, and Mark will go to the free throw line for yet another 1-and-1 opportunity.
That was pretty close to an intentional foul. He just kind of ran over and gave him a push. The referee gave him the benefit there and gave him a one-on-one.
Well, apparently Yancey Kangas committed the foul before Smith got there, so Mark Hendrickson at the line for 1-and-1. The big left-hander puts it up and in.
That may have been why he didn't give him the intentional foul, because that second one sure looked like one.
Hendrickson with 4 points here in quarter number 4. He's cracked the 20-point barrier tonight. Hendrickson's second shot also good. So Mount Vernon with a little breathing room, 75-61, 1.5 to go. Treberg, free throw line extended, double team. A runner from 12, no good. Battle for the rebound. Cornelius comes down with it. Outlet to Ryan Keys. Keys has it, cross court to Swanson, goes for the reverse layup, and a grab foul called on one of the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Swanson looked like he had a sure lay in there, and then all of a sudden his arm just kind of disappeared.
So Torrey Swanson will go to the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1. As James Paulson just fouled out of the ball game. And the Red Raiders have played well throughout most of the ball game, Alan, but I think Mount Vernon's depth really demonstrated tonight, as even without starting point guard David Garcia, the Bulldogs have held together pretty well and have their 19th straight win this year, 23rd straight dating back to last season. in the books.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty tough for any team to come in and lose a guy with the caliber of David Garcia, and Mount Vernon has played real well without him.
Swanson misses the free throw. Three-pointer good by Jules Treberg, and Bellingham gets a quick timeout. But we'll keep it right here with 1:16 to go in the ball game. So the Red Raiders staying right after it. As for every basket they make, they're going to use up. We could have a long 1:16 still to come.
Well, I'm sure that Mount Vernon right here in this situation, the way that Bellingham has been pressuring, is going to bring somebody up and then have them backdoor and maybe look for the full-length pass. Bellingham has been giving that up if Mount Vernon would just take it. So far, Mount Vernon hasn't really taken it, and I think, once again, that's where David Garcia's presence has kind of been missed.
Other games tonight, Anacortes down at Stanwood, Seaholm at Arlington, Cedar-Woolley at Ferndale, Burlington Edison taking on Meadowdale in non-league action, and of course, we'll have all those results for you on Mark Hendrickson gets the inbounds, and Yancey Kangas fouls him 2 seconds after he touched the basketball, and Mark will walk to the other end of the floor to shoot 1-1.
Well, you're right. They're going to turn it into a walking contest here.
So the Red Raiders came in here prepared and ready to go, and they're going to battle down to the last second. Now, these two fine Northwest League teams battle it out here tonight.
It'd be interesting to see, though, you know, if Mount Vernon and Bellingham do meet again in a district game or something like that, if they get some different officials and they call a little bit closer game, it could swing in Mount Vernon's favor.
Mark Hendrickson hits the first free throw. No doubt about that, in the sense that Bellingham, because they're a lot shorter than Mount Vernon, they've played a physical, aggressive contest. Nothing wrong with that. But to their advantage, the game was fairly loosely called. Both teams getting away with a lot of contact, and the Red Raiders have used that to an advantage. Treberg launches a three-point prayer, just barely draws glass. Mount Vernon with possession, and Holmes is fouled in backcourt as he throws an up-court pass.
Well, Ryan Keyes happened to get a little piece of that one, and it was just enough to make Treberg push it a little extra hard. Now, better check that backboard. It may have a crack in it now when that one hit it.
77-64 Mount Vernon. Of course, we have lots and lots of basketball action coming your way beginning next week. Of course, we'll be at Cedar-Woolley High School Tuesday night. We'll be calling at least one basketball game on Friday, and then we'll follow the Skagit County teams all the way to the respective state tournaments to Spokane as the LaConner Braves make their annual pilgrimage to Spokane, and of course to the Tacoma Dome as we follow the Bulldogs on their title defense journey. Troy Holmes hits free throw number one. His second shot swirls out, no good. Hendrickson with a rebound, dribbles out near the midcourt line. Holmes with it, cross court to Ryan Keyes, who's bumped by John Knutson. And Ryan Keyes will step to the stripe with 57 seconds left. One thing to Mount Vernon's advantage, they've really shot free throws poorly here in the fourth quarter. If this was a close ball game, Mount Vernon could be in serious trouble. But because they've had a double-figure lead, and the Red Raiders have only hit one of these long three-pointers they've taken, they really haven't been pushed too seriously.
You know, sometimes it's hard to get your shooting touch, too, on these foul shots when you're getting banged around out there. That's one of the things that has a tendency to take a team's shot away is that physical contact, because it does tire you out.
Ryan Keyes hits the free throw. Ryan's second shot on the way. He got them both. 80-64 Mount Vernon with 57 seconds remaining. Chad Wires checks in for Mount Vernon as Marcus Walker sprints up the floor, pulls up, 25-foot three-pointer, he banked it in. Marcus Walker with a long three-pointer, 80-67, inbounds to Holmes. Holmes grabbed in backcourt by Jarrett Treberg as the free throw contest continues for Mount Vernon as they'll walk to the other end of the floor with 44 seconds left.
Well, I think, you know, with a 13-point lead here, it's almost kind of ridiculous to have your team keep fouling like that, 44 seconds left. You know, I think in this situation you should tell your players, hey, yeah, be aggressive, go after them, but let's not foul them.
So at the line to shoot 1-1 is Troy Holmes. Holmes' free throw on the way. It's good.
Of course, then with a three-point play, you know, hey, they hit 2 or 3 three-pointers, and that 13-point lead gets pretty small pretty quick, so maybe I'm wrong.
Holmes' first one is perfect, and his second one rolls in good. Troy with 3 points here in the fourth quarter, 82-67. Marcus Walker, a one-on-one move to the hoop, and his shot rolls in. So Walker with a quick 5 points. Holmes inbounds to Hendrickson. Hendrickson dribbling up the floor to Cornelius. With 30 seconds left, Cornelius dribble drive right side, and that very well may be what's happened as Ryan Smith races out and bear hugs Troy Holmes, committing a foul with 24 seconds remaining.
Well, I think Mac Frazier's going to take Mark Hendrickson out here. It's a pretty smart move. No sense in having him stay out there and get banged around by these guys. You know, he's done his job tonight. They've got a comfortable lead. Get him out and let him sit down.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that. If your opponent is fouling every time you touch the ball, you don't want to risk a serious injury at this time. Holmes at the line again. Troy's first free throw, he got it. Holmes has now hit 3 free throws in a row.
I'm glad he's making me look good now. He missed that first one after I said he was a great foul shooter. And now he's backing me up.
Holmes rolls that one in as well. Troy Holmes has his free throw shooting touch back, 84-69 Mount Vernon. Walker on a one-on-one move to the hoop. Pass down in the low blocks, blocked by Mount Vernon. Ball still loose. Ball shot up, no good. Tipped around, Holmes gets it, gets grabbed, no call. Knocked out of bounds, no call. The Red Raiders have it with 5 seconds, 4. A layup by the Red Raiders is good. 2 seconds, 1, and it's over. Our final score tonight, Mount Vernon 84, Bellingham 71. Let's go to Guy Ovanell.
Well, thank you, Mike. Once again, our final score, 84-71, as Mac Frazier goes to shake hands with Dick Dixon, head coach for the Bellingham Red Raiders. And, of course, Mac talking to a few of his own players. As soon as he makes his way towards myself, we'll have a couple of questions for Mac Frazier. Once again, a 84-71 win here tonight. Mike, we should have Mac here in just a few moments, as once again he is talking with David Dixon. Here we go. Here we go. Mac, first of all, congratulations on the 84-71 win. You have to be proud of your ball players in this win tonight.
Real proud. I mean, Bellingham had a lot to play for. We were playing for pride, and I'm real proud of our kids. They played well, and they played pretty hungry, and we did a good job.
Now, tonight's ball game was a very physical contest. Good test for district play.
Yeah, it really was. We looked at these 2 games this week as a district week, and we really wanted to play well, and we're glad we did. We overcame some adversity on our team, and we did a good job. We're happy about it.
And one final question. A lot of our listeners probably concerned with Dave Garcia. Will he play on Tuesday?
Oh, he sure will play. David's a real important part of our team. We're really happy with David's play this year. He was pretty sick last night and not feeling real well this morning, and hey, he's an important part of our team.
Alrighty, was it just was it illness or was it an ankle?
No, it was just illness. He feels a lot better now, though.
All right, thanks a lot, Mac. Now let's take this 2-minute timeout.
Martha, this dining room needs new furniture. Schedule a campaign style in Cedar Woolley out in Washington somewhere. Plus, Junquist in Cedar Woolley has a great sale for President's Day. The sale is only through the 17th. Regular hours on President's Day. They're open on Sunday too, Martha, noon to 5. We'll save the public tons of money. And this is election year, Martha, with your choice of 3 table and